It's the NFL on EA Sports. And this one ain't rocket arm quarterback. He's not afraid to throw it. Second in the NFL in touchdowns. It's the Saints and the Chiefs on Monday Night Prime Time.
We welcome you to the Heartland, 7 miles from downtown Kansas City, GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium for more than a half-century, the home of the Kansas City Chiefs. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, Greg Wild, first month of the calendar in the NFL. Had some great games, some finishes that were pretty special, the usual surprises. Now, we hit October, and like you say, this is where the season really gets going.
Yeah, doesn't it just feel like on the NFL calendar, every month kind of has its own vibe, right? It's September, you're just starting to figure out how good you are. You don't even know how good your own team is, let alone the rest of the league. But once the calendar page turns to October, things start to become a little bit more.
Here's Harrison Butker out there to get this thing started. And off we go here on Monday night. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
One thing that was pretty evident when we had a chance to talk to him, Mike, is this guy, he just wasn't satisfied with his individual performance. They came away with the win, and that was great. But one area that seems to continue to hold him back is that he's predetermining where he goes with the ball. Not only did it lead to the 2 interceptions, but it leads to some missed opportunities as the play unfolds. He could have had more touchdown output if he would have just gotten off that first read and found the open man. He got away with it last week. He doesn't want to make a habit of trying to get away with it every week. He needs to clean that up, especially if he wants to come away with a win here today.
Now they'll set up to throw. That'll be caught. It's Alvin Kamara.
Mike, I love studying the NFL and just seeing the amount of ways NFL coordinators are able to get their running backs now involved in the passing game. They're kind of chess pieces. They can move them out in the slot. They can put them out wide, of course out of the backfield. It's a big part of today's modern NFL. This is teach tape for man defense, Mike. I mean, he is not looking back at the quarterback at all. He is in the hip pocket of his receiver. He's staying in phase and in rhythm. And then he knows when the wide receiver's hands go up, attack the ball, and that's about as good as it gets.
That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. Well, it's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Chiefs come out with the face of the NFL, Patrick Mahomes. 2-time regular season MVP, 3-time Super Bowl MVP, just in his 8th year, best in the business at the helm for KC, Greg.
It's not often that you can win by multiple scores in the NFL, so you got to imagine they're coming into this week's game with a lot of confidence. They were able to put together a pretty well-rounded performance in all 3 phases last week. So again, can they build off that? Can they continue to grow as an entire team? Because offense, defense, and solid contribution from their special teams, they showed last week, and going forward, this is going to be a hard team to beat.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Here's the 3rd-year man, Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. With that, why don't we give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. 2nd and 7. They put Kelsey in motion. Got a man. That's Rashee Rice. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And that is incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And it'll be second down. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And the running back's going to get all the stats and all the glory, but make no mistake about it, Mike, that was a great team effort on that run play. Everyone executing their blocking assignments to perfection. He's able to pick up a nice gain and fresh set of downs.
That's to the former Cardinal and Raven. It's Marquise Brown. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
The bid here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. They put Kelce in motion. 3rd and long for Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Harrison Butker on now for the field goal. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. Butker's kick is good. And the Chiefs are out to an early 3-0 lead. So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Saints offense ready now for their second drive. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. Brought in by Chris Olave. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
Throwing with anticipation, it not only requires the confidence in both your accuracy and the timing, but it also forces the receiver to be on time and where the quarterback expects you to be. And this is one of those examples, man. When those two things are on point, it results in a first down.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. He'll drop to throw. To the left side into the hands of Olave. And he'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the first down on a gain of 7. It'll be a run out of the gun with Kamara. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Brian Cook up from his safety spot to make the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. Back to throw. A pass caught by the veteran. That's Brandon Cooks. 3rd down, 3 to go. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Hill. It'll be a pickup of 10. It's good for a Saints first down.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it.
No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down. Throwing now from the gun. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. So it's going to bring up fourth down. Here comes Blake Groupie for this field goal try. Officially, it's a 36-yard attempt. Groupie's kick is good. And the Saints will tie the game at 3 apiece. So the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. Brown now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Chiefs offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They'll set out in search of a first touchdown in this game. Just a pair of field goals to show. It's 3-3 as they start 1st and 10. Looking middle, and he's got Brown. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That's to the rookie first-round pick, Xavier Worthy. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Really nice play there by Xavier Worthy, and if I'm a defensive coordinator around the league and I'm thinking to myself, Mike, how do I stop this Chiefs offense? How do I stop Mahomes and Kelsey? Well, they just add a wide receiver that has the fastest 40-yard dash time in the history of the NFL Combine. I mean, the ability to take the top off, the ability to make those secondary players play that much deeper and open up everything else underneath. When he gets up and running and he really finds his groove in this league, this scary offense just got a little bit scarier.
And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard. So we've played one quarter here on a Monday night. All even on the scoreboard. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. Got to get it to the 28, but now it's third down. Gray is the motion man here. On third down, Mahomes. That's complete. Who else? It's Kelsey. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there, but that third down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
And that is incomplete, but now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That's complete, left side to Worthy. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as the tackle's made at about the 5-yard line. Man in motion is Brown. And he'll take it on in. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, Kansas City. It's his 4th touchdown on the year.
Now remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Harrison Butker now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Chiefs take a 10-3 lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. A good return as he takes it across the 30. First and 10. In motion is Hill. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Catch made, right side. It's Johnson. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is. It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day.
And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
We spend so much time talking about quarterbacks and the special plays that they can make, and of course that's a big part of playing quarterback in the NFL, but also, can you avoid the bad plays? Do you know when the fight is over and live to play another down? Don't take that sack. Throw the ball away, get back out there on third down, and give yourself a chance.
Throwing now on third and long. And that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
Now fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco, and he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. Demario Davis there on the play. Second down and 8. He'll get this complete to Worthy. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. Patrick to throw. Got a man. It's Kelsey. Complete. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Here's a handoff to Pacheco. And he'll take this ahead to the 43-yard line, with Justin Reed up from his safety spot to make the stop. Mahomes now on second down. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. And it's going to bring up a third down. Here's Mahomes. short throw taken in by Kelsey. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling. A give here to Pacheco. Not a whole lot there as he'll work it down to the 46. It's Carl Granderson this time to make the tackle. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They put Kelsey in motion. On 2nd down, Mahomes. He gets that to Brown. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Nice first down grab there by Hollywood Brown, and it seems like this was a move that kind of flew under the radar a little bit. Doesn't it seem, Mike? This is a guy that when he's at his best, he is as talented as any receiver in the league, and he brings that explosive nature the Chiefs are hoping for as they search to win their 3rd straight Lombardi Trophy.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun, here's Patrick. Got a man over the middle, it's Worthy. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. Working the right side, taken in by Rice. Mahomes now to throw again. This one into the hands of Brown. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. They have converted twice on 3rd down on this drive, and they need a yard here with 3rd and 1. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Travis Kelsey, the intended target. And now it's 4th down. So instead of going for the 1st down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. After the made field goal, Butker back on the field to send this one away. Shaheed now to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Well, they weren't going to get him the 2nd time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain. Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's to the middle of the field and caught by Cooks. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for this with Kamara. And it looks like he's got enough for the 1st down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains. 2 minutes remain here in this 1st half. We'll return to Arrowhead after this. A couple of 1st downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. To throw is Mahomes. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts. Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. That's into the hands of Worthy. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. Now KC going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Right back to the air for Mahomes. The 2nd down throw is incomplete. Now a 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs. Gray is the motion man here. 1st and 10 for Mahomes. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Mahomes going to keep it himself. And now we'll get a late timeout coming in the waning moments of this 2nd quarter. On 4th down, on is the Chiefs' new punter for 2024, Matt Ariza. Back deep for the Saints, it's Rashid Shaheed. So, we have hit halftime here on a Monday night as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and a big tight end momentarily. But first, let's give everyone a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where it was the Patriots who were able to come away with the victory. Drake May, terrific in the victory, as his guys upped their mark to 4-1 now. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. We were treated to an excellent first half from the gunslinger, Patrick Mahomes. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead.
First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the 2nd half is underway. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Gray is the motion man here. Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. 3rd and a yard. Here's a run with Hunt. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down. They get 5 on 3rd and 1. They put Kelsey in motion. He connects with Gray on that one. Look at the big man go! And they will finally run him down.
Well, I'm not sure there's been one position on offense that has evolved more over the years, Mike, than the tight end position. They're no longer just the extra blockers. They're no longer just the underneath, hey, pick up a 1st down. These are some of the most dynamic playmakers in the league, and that's a great example of why.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Gray is the motion man here. Now, Mahomes. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but then once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
That is caught by the tight end, Travis Kelce. Touchdown, Chiefs. Greg, they have such a knack. It's like they're on the same page. The quarterback almost feels like, well, when you were playing, you know where that guy's going to be in the end zone.
Yeah, we used to have a saying, Mike, we say we don't run routes like they're lines on a piece of paper, and especially against zone coverage. Down here in the red zone, the rule is if you're open, stay open. Don't run past an open zone to get covered. That's exactly what this tight end does here. Friendly target, ball on time, touchdown.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That one downfield for Cooks. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down. They'll work the middle here with Kamara. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. Back to throw. Catch made right side. It's Johnson. The Saints lining up in punt formation. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. Returnable from the 17. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. On 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Gray is the motion man here. Mahomes now on 2nd down. That's going to be caught by Gray. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. On the ground, this is Hunt. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. Gray is the motion man here. On 2nd down, Mahomes. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. They put Kelsey in motion. Play clock has expired. They're not going to get this one off on time. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He'll get this complete to Worthy. So they go backwards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 13. Now a carry for Hunt. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Demario Davis there on the play. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Throwing is Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete. And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to keep it himself. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
This is one of the things you love about having a young, athletic quarterback, but you want to make sure you don't take advantage of it. You can't rely too much on his running here early in his rookie year. Find that balance as a passer and being the dynamic runner that we saw from him in college.
And this one's going to be a loss of yardage. He's marked out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Just nowhere to go once he catches this ball. You see, he's doing everything in his power to make guys miss and break tackles. I think he ended up doing a little bit too much because he ends up going backwards.
He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play. 3rd and long. Drop to throw. That is going to be intercepted by Trent McDuffie. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
You know, Mike, we spend so much time talking about the development of these young quarterbacks, and we do it really from the sense of, are they learning defensive coverages? Are they seeing the safeties and the rotation and a lot of these complex coverages that they don't see in college? But another aspect that kind of comes with a learning curve is getting used to just how fast and how explosive these pass rush units are. And that was really the key here. The pressure in his face causes him to speed that clock up. You make one bad decision, you're a little bit off with the ball. Turnovers are exactly what happens.
Mahomes on first down. To the left side, caught by Kelsey. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
And what a start to this drive. A little bit of everything. First, you get the explosive pass to start it out, and then you follow it up on the ground, picking up good yardage. The ability to weave back and forth as a play caller, it just puts so much pressure on the defense.
Man in motion is Brown. He's got a receiver wide open, left side. His 8th reception of the game, and good for a first down.
One of the things that makes him one of the best receivers in the NFL, Mike, is his ability to create separation downfield. He makes it so easy for his quarterback to not only find him, but to constantly create a nice throwing window like he did right there.
On first down, it's Mahomes. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. They'll run with Pacheco. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, KC. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Butker's extra point is good, and the Chiefs will extend this third-quarter lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. A give up the middle with Kamara. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. A sack on what likely will wrap up play in this third quarter. That is Chris Jones, the All-Pro, getting it done. So we are through 3. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. He'll look to throw. He lets one go, looking for Shaheed. And he will go all the way. Rashid Shaheed. Touchdown, Saints. Touchdown here in the 4th quarter, Greg. They have a big mountain to climb, but at least they're technically still alive in this one.
And now, Mike, we're going to see them line up to go for 2. They're going to see if they can get this lead down to 16 points and still give them a chance to fight back here late in the 4th quarter.
Now, a 2-point conversion attempt coming. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That is caught, and they get the 2-point conversion.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Brown now to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here come the Chiefs and last year's Super Bowl MVP, Patrick Mahomes, for their next drive. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Throw left side is taken in by the tight end, Kelce. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Right back to Kelce again. And he's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. 2nd and a yard. They'll run with Pacheco. And he'll get the 1st down there, a pickup of about 5 yards. Once again, it's Pacheco. Here's a 2nd and 9. They put Kelce in motion. Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early speeds up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice than to get rid of it, probably a little bit earlier than he would have preferred.
That catch number 40 on the season for him.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
Right back to the air for Mahomes. Open man left side is Brown. He's got it. And the Chiefs are looking at a 1st and goal as he's taken down at the 2-yard line. Here's Pacheco. Good blocking, and he's in. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Chiefs. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. And Butker on for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Chiefs will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Shaheed now to return it. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. Now, out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. And, look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now they'll set up to throw. This one complete to Hill. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down. A throw on the move is caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw yet again. Here's a screen coming for Kamara. Down the left sideline. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. Here's a run. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. Come a little closer. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. And he's in. Chris Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, Greg, really down to the point where every possession they need to score, and they get a touchdown here to stay alive.
Mike, I like what I'm seeing out of this team. They find themselves down big late, but there's no quit. They're continuing to fight back, and they got a chance to make this one a 2-possession game here late.
That'll be caught, and he's not going to get in. The decision to go for 2 doesn't pay off, unable to cut any further into the deficit. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Brown now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense and Patrick Mahomes coming out for their next drive. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Third down, 3 to go. They'll try and run it here with Pacheco. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
And the Chiefs will punt the ball away. And he's on to punt for just the second time in this game. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Saints offense make their way out to take over once more. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's deep for Olave. That is caught! And he will take this one in. 79 yards. Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 3. Now on the return, he has lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. And when we talk about momentum and trying to stop negative momentum, it's moments like this. Not only did you just give up the big score, but now, Greg, they've got to get that defense back on the field after the fumble.
Yeah, and on one sideline, you're riding high. I mean, the last 2 plays could not have gone any better. And then on the other sideline, they couldn't have gone any worse.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Taken in right side by the tight end, Johnson. Here's 3rd and 2. They'll throw out of the gun. He's got his big target. That's Johnson. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal coming up. They're able to convert on 3rd and 2. 10 yards on the pickup, and that's good for a 1st down.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the 4th quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line of scrimmage and try to score here now that it's 1st and goal.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That's going to be caught, and that's not going to work. The defense comes up with a 4th down. 4th quarter stand and forces a turnover on downs.
So the offense finds themselves in a tough situation. They're down by 2 scores late in this game. They know this is a prime opportunity. They need to play for a touchdown, and instead the defense makes a huge stand, and they got a chance now to close this game out.
They'll come up here 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Patience is a great quality of a running back. You have to wait for holes and gaps to develop. But in this case, Mike, he just kept waiting, and nothing ended up happening. No gain.
On second down, they run the counter. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And we'll see a timeout used by the defense, stopping it right out of the break. 1:57 to go in the game. To return, it's Shaheed. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. So Chris Olave and the rest of the Saints offense getting ready for their next possession. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show, as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. 2 timeouts still left, but scoring quickly here, a must. It's first. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Trent McDuffie. Oh, big hole left side. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Kansas City. Late in the game, a big turnover goes back the other way, a back-breaking score.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, Mike, you're just trying to make something happen. You find yourself trailing, less than 2 minutes remain. You're just taking some chances. In this case, the chances backfire, and the other team's able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
Butker now for the point after. He gets it to go, and the Chiefs are able to extend the lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. The return starts from the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Saints offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. Right back to the air following that pick 6. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Throw right side to Olave. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. Open man is Shaheed. That's complete. Saints going to use their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds remaining on the clock. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. In here, 2nd and 10. In motion is Hill. They'll look to throw again. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, that tip ball, I think, just saved a huge play because this offense found something. They had an open target with a lot of room to run, and unfortunately for them, the defender gets his hand on the ball, and that went away pretty quick.
The throw on the run is complete. New Orleans' 3rd and final timeout. They stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Back to the air one more time. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. And that final throw here is intercepted. Picked off by Brian Cook. Here we go. One final play. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So this one in the win column for the Chiefs. They continue to be the hottest team in the NFL here in the first couple of months of the season as they remain unbeaten. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Chiefs victorious as we say so long from Arrowhead.